Hi everyone. Today we are going to introduce a famous Taiwanese opera actress, Yang Li-hua. We're going to talk about her background and about her acting career. Here you can see a photo of Yang Li-hua. Yang was born in Yuanshan, Ilan, on October 26, 1944. She has performed in opera, on television, and in films. She has also worked as an opera producer and an instructor in operatic singing. Both of Yang's parents were opera performers. Her mother, Yang Hao, was a famous Taiwanese opera actress in Ilan, where she performed under the stage name Xiao Chang Shou. Yang Li-hua's grandfather also performed in operas in Taiwan. Her father, Lin Ho-yen, was her grandfather's apprentice. Yang has an older brother, 2 younger brothers, and 2 younger sisters. Her mother still performed throughout her pregnancy, even just before Yang's birth. It is said that Yang was born backstage. When Yang was only 3 years old, she was at a theater and got lost. When she could not find her family, an old man took her to his home and raised her for several months, calling her Lo. One day, Yang went with the man to see a Taiwanese opera performance. There, she recognized her mother on stage, and after the show, she was finally reunited with her parents and returned home. After returning home, she kept the nickname Lo. This nickname followed her for years later. Yang's husband, Hung Wen-tung, is a famous orthopedist in Taiwan. Hung was married twice before he married Yang, and had 4 children during his previous marriages. Yang has always tried to be a good stepmother, and has always regarded her stepchildren as though they were her own children. She and her husband have not had any children. Yang and her husband are still married and, according to friends, have a strong relationship. Here you can see a picture of Yang with her husband and a picture of their family. Yang's first performance was at the age of 6. The main character could not go on stage, and Yang filled in. Her mother had been teaching her how to act and sing for her entire life. Yang's performance was outstanding, and such a great performance from such a young child was touching to the audience. All her life, Yang loved to watch Taiwanese opera. Even as a little girl, she would watch performances and learn from what she saw. She was a natural-born opera actress and wanted to play a character named Xiao Shang, like her mother. She tried her best to learn all that she needed to know to succeed in the world of opera. She knew that to succeed, talent alone would not be enough. She needed to learn and have a solid foundation to built upon. She never gave up, even when she faced setbacks. At the age of 16, Yang played a main character, Lu Wenleng, for the first time. Many people loved her performance, and she leveraged this opportunity to become a rising star in Taiwanese opera. However, the development of movies and later television had a big impact on opera in Taiwan. Fewer people went to see the opera after the advent of movies. Because of the more limited opportunities to perform opera in Taiwan, Yang joined a traveling opera troupe, and at the age of 18, she traveled to the Philippines, performing Taiwanese opera for local audiences there. The performances were a hit in the Philippines, but after the tour ended, Yang had a hard time finding opera work in Taiwan. In 1965, she went to a radio station and performed on a radio broadcast, singing Taiwanese opera. She continued to grow in fame even after opportunities for live opera performances became less common. Later, she decided to perform on a TV show. No matter how tough the environment she faced, she generally found her way, grabbing the opportunities that existed. In 1966, at the age of 23, Yang joined Taiwan Television Enterprise, also known as TTV. She found that performing in TV shows was harder for her than stage shows. She had to remember and follow the script word for word, and there were more strict rules about timing and some of the details. This was a big challenge because Yang at the time had a limited vocabulary. But she did not give up, and ultimately she overcame these challenges, becoming an extremely popular television actress. Fans were often waiting outside of the TV station for a chance to see her as she came and left. Then, in 1967, at the age of 24, Yang began her movie career. She played in movies that included Taiwanese operas being performed. Then, in 1907, Yang began her movie career at the age of 24. Some of her movies were tapings of Taiwanese operas, but she also performed in martial arts movies and other films. Early in her career, she often played a man, but later she played more women characters as well. She loved it when her work was challenging, so she tried to play a wide range of roles. She played in 10 movies over a 4-year period and had a very successful film acting career. Then, in 1971, Taiwan entered the colored TV era. Yang was the main character in the first color television broadcast of an opera. The broadcast was a show named Xiang Zhu Qiu. In 1981, Yang set up an opera training class. She worked to educate the next generation of Taiwanese opera performers. She was a popular teacher helping her students benefit from her years of experience and wisdom in the field of opera. Throughout her life, Yang has been an important person in Taiwanese opera. She's committed her life to opera and acting, and has helped spread Taiwanese opera to other parts of the world. In Taiwan, her name is synonymous with opera. She is a strong and independent woman who always fought to achieve her goals and never gave up. No matter what role she played, she always tried her best to commit to the role and perform the character as best as she was